Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we are trying to do today is we are playing a deck called Primal Revenge. Primal Revenge, based around this card, at least the flip side of it, or the second side, Revenge. 6 converted mana cost for a white and a black sorcery. Double your life total. Target opponent loses half the life, rounded up. Such an awesome card. I love this. And so yeah, you get to double your life. I've gotten up to like thousands of life before with this, and you can also just kill them with this if you have enough copies of it. So you have to get 5 to actually kill them. That's the hard part with Revenge, is that there's no way to just kill them without that. It goes from 20 down to 10, 10 down to 5, 5 down to 2 because it rounds up to the 3, and then you do one more down to 1, and then it rounds up for 1 and you kill them. And so that's kind of the goal of the deck. If we can get 5 copies of this off, amazing. So how are we copying it? Primal Amulet. So Primal Amulet, of course you guys have seen this plenty of times. It's been around for a while, but if you haven't, instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and then after 4 counters are put on it, so every time you cast instant sorcery, this gets a counter on it. After 4, it transforms into Primal Wellspring. Primal Wellspring, tap to add 1 mana of any color, and then if that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So with this deck is kind of playing the long game, mostly because we're just trying to gain life the entire time during the beginning. We're gaining life, controlling the board a little bit, cast downs. We have a million board wipes in this deck, actually the 7. But 7 is still quite a bit for a 60 card deck. And I've actually debated in going up a little bit more just for fun, but I think the numbers right now are pretty much where I want them. We have Kaya because that is another finisher. So with Revenge, we want to cast at least 2 Revenges. That's kind of the goal of the deck. We want to at least cast 2, get them down to 5, and then we can get him with Lyra Dawnbringer. We can use tokens of Dawn of Hope to kind of finish out the game as well. Kaya might be able to finish off those last few points of damage. Otherwise, we're going on the Primal Amulet plan, getting tons of life, just going crazy with this and revenging until they're down to 0. We also have another win condition with our 2 Sanguine Sacraments. We can make sure that, so once Sanguine Sacrament is cast, then it goes to the bottom of its owner's library. So we can just play the really, really long game with this deck as well. Gain millions of life with this. Don't really worry if they keep swinging at us. And then just have 2 cards in our deck, and the opponent will mill themselves out before we will, is the goal of the deck. So that's kind of the idea that we have here. Super, super fun deck. And so let's go ahead and get into some gameplay because that's what we're here for. So let's go ahead. Let's do it. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. Alright, so we do have another constructed event that we're doing. Here we go. Alright, against Zortitas. Bring it on, Zortitas. And we're playing Primal Revenge, which this is looking pretty good. I like Revitalize on turn 2 to try to draw us into more land. We have our combo pieces here and a Wrath, so we're going to keep this. I mean, it's a little bit risky. A little bit. Alright, so Godless Shrine land is great. Enters tapped, pass the turn. We're just going to be casting this on their end step next turn. And this is part of the reason I wanted to play this, is because going against Burn. And they are short on land. This might be an early scoop from them, especially once they see us gaining life. I'm assuming that there's a good chance they just scoop up. But we're in line for Kaya's Wrath as long as we draw another land. And any color at this point would be fine. Yep, that's fine. Alright, so they do find the second land here. We're just going to Revitalize in response. Alright, there's the land. Alright, perfect. So, yeah, we're in great shape now. Great shape. We're going to go ahead and pass the turn. We don't have to discard, right? Yeah. So, pass the turn. We're going to want to get down this Primal Amulet first. We might have to take our beats for a little bit in these next couple turns. But then we get up to Kaya's Wraths. Yeah, this is exactly what we want. Kaya is only good to play once their board is kind of already gone. Or you have another way to make sure that they don't kill it right away. Because that is one issue with Kaya, is that not a whole lot of value with her just dying right away. Alright, Isolated Chapel, Primal Amulet. I want to get the counters on this as soon as possible. Start getting the Revenge going off for us. We could cast that on the next turn and just get out of range for a while, get them down to 10. So that's a possibility, but I'm probably just going to use Kaya's Wrath. There's risk factor. We're going to take action. So we're fine with life totals. at this moment. Once we get down below 10, it can be a bigger issue. But we're going to Kaya's Wrath here after revitalizing. Cleansing Nova. Well, we'll use Kaya's Wrath. Alright, so 2 counters on the Primal Amulet. That's good. We're up to 12 life, so not a good chance for them to actually burn us out in this next turn. They still do have a lot of cards in hand with the risk factor. Alright, Sovereign's Bite, gaining life, down to 9. I'm not sure if we can take the risk factor too many more times now. We might just Sanguine Sacrament just to gain, you know, 6 life. If we draw a land, 8 life is not bad at all for us. We might also just bring down the Kaya. Alright, so down to 6. So Kaya does gain us 2 life every turn from here on out, so we might just do that. We want to draw cards. But let's see here. The other thing, too, with casting the Sanguine Sacraments is that it puts more counters onto our Primal Amulet. So it gets us out of range. And so let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to slow down the game a little bit here. Kaya is good, but now that we're down to 6, like, we'd only go up to 8. I don't feel quite safe enough there. So we're going to go ahead and just Sanguine Sacrament. Oh, man, I keep forgetting that there's 1 extra there with Primal Amulet on the X spells. I tend to mess up with X spells there, or I have in the past. So we actually had 8 there that we could have done. Sword Point Diplomacy. All right. And with this deck, I'm actually fine with them getting a lot of the stuff. Like, I'd rather them take the time to cast it. So that one, we don't want to... Yeah, we're going to take action, I think, on that one. We don't want them to make us discard. They can get that. They can have land. That's fine. Alright, well, another Primal Amulet. We can flip this turn now. So let's see here. Let's cast this X1 or X2. And then we can cast Kaya. So yeah, so X2. Yep, transform. Kaya. Gain some more life up to 15.
I can get rid of anything. Living.
Get rid of risk factor.
I hope you said your goodbyes
Perfect.
already.
And they might burn it out. I mean, I'm guessing they have some, but as long as it's not towards face, now we can start getting revenge going. And we should be in decent shape. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I think I will try to get Primal Amulet down before we cast Revenge. We definitely want to get rid of all of these Carnage. So, yeah, decline. They can have land. Take action there. And decline. Like, I'm fine with them spending their mana on stuff like that. Especially when they don't have wizards out at the moment. Alright, yep. Down to 9. That is fine. Alright, we're going to play Plains. We're going to go ahead and tick up first. Get rid of 1, and let's go for... I don't really care.
Funny.
Gain some life. Do we want to be greedy, or we just want to go for gaining some life really quick? I don't think there's any way they can kill us on the next turn, so we're going to go ahead and Primal Amulet. The one thing is, if they do some more burn to us, Revenge gets worse. I'm really glad we got rid of these Carnival Carnage, because making us discard 2 is not fun for us. Okay, Wizard's Lightning down to 8. That's fine. Wizard's Lightning down to 5. Alright, well, here we go. So let's go ahead and Ritual of Rejuvenation. Let's cast Revenge now. We do have to do it. Actually, wait, cancel. Kaya, tick up first. We don't actually gain life because there's no creatures, but that's fine.
Bags and hit the road.
So yeah, so this will be pretty good. Cast Revenge. Yep. So we're going to be gaining some life. 18, then up to 36. Yes. They're down to 6. And now we just have to draw into the stuff we need. So Dawn of Hope is, I think, what we're looking for, or another Revenge. Both are good. But Dawn of Hope actually is the finisher. We also have Kaya to finish at this point as well, actually. They have to do damage to Kaya to not die this next turn. So yeah, there we go. So I guess I should have done that a little bit differently. Instead of ticking up, I actually had lethal just by ticking down Kaya on that turn. I missed it there. But yeah, alright, that works. Alright, against Sanguine. Perfect. We are playing a bunch of Sanguine stuff, or at least Sanguine Sacrament. So hopefully he's not. That could be a very long game. Alright, we're going to keep this. This is not bad. We have drawing cards early game is great. Godless Shrine tapped. Perfect. Loving the land and the colors that we've got. We have Revenge. We just need to find a Primal Amulet. And so we're going to go digging for those with our draw cards. Spear Spewer. Spear Spewer is actually great. It gets this life total even lower for when we finally cast Revenge. So we're going to go ahead and pass the turn. Cast this on their end step. Yep, Electrostatic Field. So Cry of the Canarium doesn't kill that. We are going to be looking for Kaya's Wrath or something like that eventually here. Alright, so Revitalize. And the feeling that burn decks get as soon as they see someone gaining life, I'm sure is just one of those like, dang it. And that's what we like to have them feel. Alright, we're just going to draw some more as well, so pass the turn. This is instant speed, right? Yeah. Rip down to 22, that's fine. Yep. I'm actually fine with this guy doing more damage to himself. It again helps out our Revenge along the way. So I mean, it does turn on all their spectacle stuff, but getting them empty-handed is fine. The biggest thing we're worried about is Experimental Frenzy, which we do have a couple Cleansing Novas to take care of. We would like to have that happen before we have a Primal Amulet down. Alright, so we're going to gain some life. Cleansing Nova. It's not bad. I probably will hold that up just for their Experimental Frenzy, just in case. Because I think that's the one way that they really win from this point. So, yeah, pass to my turn. I'll probably Cry of the Canarium here. Just because it wipes two things of their board. So, yeah, let's go ahead and Cry of the Canarium. I mean, I probably could spend Ritual of Rejuvenation. Keep drawing for Primal Amulet. That is the one issue with this deck. If we don't ever find Primal Amulet, it can be bad. If we just keep running into more Revenges, Sanguine Sacrament, you know, our Lyra, then we still have a shot. But yep, down to 15. I do want to cast this before we get too low in life. Alright, well, let's go ahead and cast down now before they can spend too much more mana. And then we're just going to Ritual of Rejuvenation, pass the turn. I don't like spending too many spells before we have the Primal Amulet out as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and draw here. Alright, Kaya isn't terrible. Just any target or just each opponent? Alright. Alright, well, we might Cleansing Nova here. It's pretty devastating for them. So we're going to go ahead and... We have another one for when Experimental Frenzy might come out. Yeah, wipe their board. That's fine. Stay at 17. Pass the turn. Kaya is pretty good here as well. Down to 15. Down to 12. Well, now... Let's go ahead and gain life this turn first. So, Kaya... I probably should have Ritualed there instead to see if we can draw into the Primal Amulet. But this works. Alright, so we are going to tick up,
Somebody bothering
get
me.
rid
I'll
of
make them.
a creature and a spell.
Two bags.
Gain some life. And we'll just pass the turn. We'll ritual. I mean, there's nothing we would really play here if we draw anything. Yeah. Let's see where he's going to be attacking. Us or Kaya? Yeah. Figured it would be at Kaya. That's fine. We're going to play ritual here just for fun. Just because I want to do stuff, you know. Right, down to 2. We do have a couple more creatures to hit. Alright, there's Wizard's Lightning, so it does die. That's fine.
Dematerializing?
Light up the stage. So we might just cast Revenge here. I mean, we've been looking for... Ooh, alright, well... Skewer the Critics. We know he has that. Ah, man, if they draw a double burn for Lyra, that's a bummer. Well, let's go ahead and Lyra. Pass the turn. If they have double burn, I'll be a little frustrated. Alright, they do seem to have it. Bummer! Yep. Oh, man. Well, it's our only one as well. Ugh. Not drawing into our Primal Amulets. This has been looking a little interesting. So let's go ahead and cast down. Bring out Kaya number 2. This is our last one. Exile.
Like a good fight.
Light up the stage and field. Alright, so down they have 6 cards in exile. Well, we're going to not play the land. Take up shock and field. Up to 23, revenge, double our life total. This might be a scoop just because they're burn and we're up 46, so pass the turn. And they're actually one turn away. Yeah, if they don't have an answer for Kaya, then we kill them, so there we go. Does work out. Alright, 2-0 so far, not too shabby at all. Up against Cloud DX, bring it on. And I've been really pleased with this deck so far. I think it's doing well. Yeah, Revitalized Dawn of Hope, we're keeping that. Need a draw to land, but have plenty of draws to make that happen. Primal Amulet. So that was showing off the deck without Primal Amulet at all. Like, there's still a way to win, especially up against Mono Red because it's played everywhere. Like, that's the main reason I feel like this deck has a good spot. I played up against a pretty spicy rat colony deck where they were using the burglar rats just to make sure you're discarding as well. Like they're playing a heavy discard with burglar rat, and it actually worked out really well. But I ended up getting down to like 5 cards left. They had like 11 left in deck, and then one with a big revenge. But anyway, there's fun things you can do with this. Do I get down Dawn of Hope? No, we're gonna pass the turn. Dawn of Hope is a little bit more late game plan for us. We just need to revitalize, find a Primal Amulet, or land here. There's a Pyromancer. Alright, so Mono Red is exactly what we want to be running up against. And it is everywhere right now. It's insane. So, I mean, people don't even play other stuff. Alright, Lyra's not bad to find either against this deck. So, we're just going to keep passing turn. Hopefully they spend a lot of burn towards our face here. So that they can't kill Lyra. Because a couple turns with Lyra finishes off this game for us. Yeah. Kaya's Wrath is good as well. We might just fire that off here. I don't think I'm going to do it this turn, actually. Let's go ahead and get down Dawn of Hope. See if they will overcommit to the board. And that gives us another option. Like, next turn, they swing in for 4, but we could just create tokens for the next couple turns. You know, like, there's Dawn of Hope is actually pretty bad for them, as long as we get up to 4 mana. Down to 17. Sanguine Sacrament isn't bad. Let's... Do we want a Lyra? I feel like they've got to have some burn in hand. Do we just Sanguine Sacrament or something here? So I'm debating if I just want to create a creature just to block them. They might just spend burn on it, which actually wouldn't be bad either. I want them to spend burn, so let's go ahead and pass the turn. We're just going to use Dawn of Hope. Keep kind of getting our card advantage up. We could Veros's Contempt if we really needed to. Alright, risk factor, we're going to go ahead and take it. Yeah, take action. Down to 13. I don't want them to draw more land, if we can avoid it. And if we're about to die, we can fire off this Veros's Contempt. We shouldn't be in trouble for this turn. That's a lot of damage, especially if they have to kill a token here that gains us life. They might risk factor again. Alright, there's Lightning Strike, that's fine. Lava Runner. Alright, swing in, we create a token. The main thing is I just wanted burn not to go towards Lyra. So now, let's see here. We can Kaya's Wrath. We actually don't gain life off of that now. Do we want to draw a card? We can Veros's Contempt, draw a card. But then we're like 9, and that could be bad. We could just gain 8 life real quick. Or 16 life. Sorry, no, 8 life, 8 life. Let's just go ahead and do that. We're going to play this a little bit slower. We can gain 4 life and draw a card as well. Let's just go ahead and gain some life for a little bit. Alright, pass the turn. I might not be playing this. I mean, I think playing Lyra is the best thing to do. Maybe just clearing the board. I'm wanting to get as much value out of them as possible, like actually having Lyra live. That's why I'm playing this a little bit slower. So we are going to Wrath before we Dawnbringer as well. Primal Amulet would be a nice thing to draw. Yeah, we're probably just going to Wrath this next turn. If they... Oh, man. Primal Amulet. Alright, let's Wrath. So we're going to Wrath. They're probably going to spend all of their Wizard's Lightnings, which they did not, so... That's actually good. So Kaya's Wrath, they risk factor. We're actually going to decline and let them draw this time, I think. I don't want to go below 10. There. Okay, Rekindling Phoenix. Let's get down Lyra. We have the Veros's Contempts. I'd like a chance to kind of stall it out, play some Primal Amulets, and then get them a little bit cheaper. If we draw land, we can do that. Alright, so double burn towards Lyra. Taking 4. Man. We have to Veros's Contempt instead of Primal Amulet. Alrighty. If we could have played Primal Amulet, that would have been awesome, because we could... I mean, I guess we do get a draw here. Cry the Canarium's not bad. Alright, they play Mountain. All right, we are going to Primal Amulet here. Kaya might be a better choice, but now we can start using our mana a little bit more efficiently. We can cry the Canarium with our guys here. Down to 6. We do have to gain some life. We actually might be dead. We very well could be dead. Risk factor. Yeah. Steamkin. Flame of Killed. Not using the risk factors. I mean, I feel like risk factor, I would have to let them draw if they found anything with burn. They would have had a shot. So, I mean, that actually gave us a chance here. So, let's go ahead and... let's... Kaya... Cry at the Canarium.
Notice I didn't say fair.
Revitalize. We don't get to use the extra Primal Amulet, but this will still be okay. Alright, Ritual Rejuvenation is awesome. So going up to 8, I think, is pretty good. So, Pyromancer, and let's get rid of a risk factor. Actually, do we just get rid of both? No, we have to gain life. So get rid of one risk factor. Up to 8. They draw 2. We have to let them draw with risk factor, I think. Oof. Maybe not, actually. They risk factor. We actually are going to take action here. Because they only have one card. The Flame of Keld can get... Yeah, so we're going to take action, go down to 4. There's nothing they can cast that does 4 damage here. Alright, so here we go. Perfect. So let's... Oh, man. So, tick up Kaya. There's not another risk factor at the moment. Gain some life.
I hope you said your goodbyes already.
Let's see here. Let's decline. Let's play... Nope, not that way. So we can Primal Amulet. Cast 1. So unfortunately we don't get to double any of these up. We get to flip Primal Amulet though, which is good. And then we have Dawn of Hope to kind of be gaining, drawing us cards later on. Cleansing Nova is not bad actually. Yeah, I think we're going to gain enough life here that we're going to be fine. Yep, transform. And, planes. And we have one flipped now, and I think we're in okay shape. We just have to keep drawing cards. They have to deal with Kaya here soon as well. Alright, there's one. And shock. A lot of damage. We're down to 4. Planes. Exile 1 and 2. Up to 6. We will pay. Absolutely. Bummer. Alright. Past the turn, we will create a token on their end step to at least find some more ways. Yep, so Steamkin. And actually we can go ahead and Ross is content with that, gain some more life, and still be able to create a token. Do we want to draw? No, we're going to decline and create a life linker. I think that's better here. Alright, well, let's see here. So, Godless Shrine. So, let's see here. So, Godless Shrine, we're going to pay the 2 life here. Go to combat. Swing in. So making sure I have enough mana here. I might have to Cleansing Nova. So draw a card, cast down. All right, so I want to flip this other Primal Amulet so that then I can get a triple revenge here. Let's go ahead and just Ross's Contempt it, though. That still gives us enough, right? Yes, because it'll flip. So Ross's Contempt, our own guy. Transform, gain some life. We're gonna tick up on Kaya to gain a little bit more life. This just gets us way out of their range. Tick up. Do they even have any more creatures? No, so no more creatures. That's fine. We actually might have been able to finish out the game there, but then we just revenge. It uses them both, so yeah, double our life. Yeah, we're gonna gain some life. Burn them pretty far down. Down to 9. Down to 4. Down to 2. Yeah, so I should have used Kaya. I made that same mistake again. So, thinking. Yep. Good game. And yeah, there we go. That's exactly what we wanted to have happen. And a little bit close there, but I felt like the deck ran really well. I didn't run it very well. I definitely made some mistakes there. But that is the deck. We went 3-0. I'm going to call it there. I think you guys could see how we might have a little bit more issue against control. We do have the 4 of Ross's Contempts. And I think you would typically sideboard. And let's go check out the deck. So yeah, I think you would sideboard a lot of like Duresses and discard if you can. You could even bring in the what's it called, Kite Self Rebooters, and you can actually use the revival side of this to maybe bring them back every once in a while to just clear up their hand. So there's some fun things you can do with this deck. I do think that it's pretty legitimate, especially with all the burn right now. Control is a bad matchup, and you can maybe, if you're running into more of that, you can sideboard out or just change out a few other things in the deck. But I love this deck. It's awesome, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.